What is up, guys? Just left Roadmaster for my last time. I went up there for graduation. I guess this is the end of my Roadmaster videos, so try to cram as much in about there as I can. Finished with like a 93% or something. Like I was on one of the low ones. I was like, what the hell, man? I don't know how I ended up lower than everybody else, but it's just the average of the stuff you do. I thought it was your actual test you'd take down at DPS, but it's their scoring system. I don't know how it works, but it seems random. They just kind of give you between a 90 and 100. I haven't seen anybody get over like a 97, and me and another guy are the lowest I've seen, which is about a 93. I don't know how that works, but I know I did better than some people that have gotten a 96. So it's probably just I know the instructors there don't really write down. I mean, some of them do. Some of them write it down good what you're doing, but other ones will just put down you did good even if they weren't watching you. And I'm like, whatever. It was pretty good though. I gotta say the driving instructors there did a pretty good job with me. I think they helped out a lot. Gave us some good tips on the upshifting and downshifting, when to stop. I think it was the older guy who mentioned that telephone poles are about 100 feet apart from each other, or electrical lines. So you want to try to start your stopping at about 3 of them. You want to be downshifting at 3, and then you want to turn your blinker on at about 5. So that's just a good way. Little stupid things like that you wouldn't think of on your own, or you wouldn't have known without them pointing it out. Kind of like the adding the numbers together to know what gear you should be in. Just kind of a basic idea for helping you learn. But on the pad, I think they probably could have done a little better on the pad. I think that's not really their fault though. They lost the good guy that was out there the first week I was there. He would seem like he was on top of the pad pretty good, and he had to leave for some reason. So the pad was kind of, they teach you how to, the points that they want to teach you out there, checkpoints to make sure you're getting in there good, and then after that it's kind of up to you to learn what's going on. It felt like to me anyway, how the tractor and the truck react to each other. There's a couple of people that came out there that knew what they were talking about and gave us some good tips and stuff, but they weren't always out there. So for the most part, it was just kind of, they could walk you through it. They tell you which way to turn, but they wouldn't explain what the hell's going on. Feel like they could have done a little better out there with the actual maneuvering. So I mean, driving the truck, you're gonna get that a lot, but when you come up across like a really weird dock or like a spot you're gonna park your truck, you need to know more than just the points. You got to know how to figure out how to make new points. You got to figure out your own setup, and all that stuff's going to be, I mean, you're going to have to figure this stuff out on your own anyway, so it's kind of good that you got to learn it on your own out there. But there's a few people out there that weren't good at that, and they probably needed to be taught a little more about that. But I still think they need to mark their cones every morning, or make sure they're right every morning. They need to go out there and either spray paint, or I told them I was going to bring some sidewalk chalk today. I should have brought it. So they can go out there and sidewalk chalk where those cones are supposed to be, and when they set them up right, and then every day they know where to put them every time. But some of them have been there so long, they've got marks on the ground, so you know where to put them back to. But you run over those cones and you just go set it up, and if you don't know where it's supposed to be, it's just kind of, they'd be all crooked and all messed up. The ones at DPS, there's not as many cones. They only have like 3 or maybe 4 cones that are going to be set up for your whole line, so there's a lot more space between them. But pretty good school still. I would recommend going there if you want to get your CDL. I don't know about any of the other ones really. I know some of the trucking companies have them that are a little longer and a little cheaper. I don't know if they count as the accredited 160 hours and all the e-treads and stuff you got to do. Some of these companies won't hire you if you don't have that. You either have to have driving experience or be a recent graduate from a school that is accredited with that stuff. So I looked around online to find some places that would do hire graduates other than what they had. See if there's some around here in Tulsa or something like that. But I found a bunch, but they were either kind of shady or they didn't seem like they would have enough work, something like that. So I'm going with Werner. I have my Werner hat. They're the only company that gives out a prize. You get a prize for completing. Got my I'm not going to show this just because it's got some of my information on there, but got my certification of completion. Got my perfect attendance score. I guess my paperwork in here that shows what my score is and stuff. It's got my finance agreement and stuff like that. You gotta have that with you when you go to the schools too, or to the trucking company. If they're gonna pay you back, you gotta have your finance agreement and all that crap right there with you. So I gotta remember to put that in my bag when I get home. I was gonna go TMC, but like I said at the end of my last video, they have no piercing and no out of control facial hair. Now I don't know why there's no tongue studs or visible tattoos or anything with a trucking company. I can kind of understand maybe having some of the ear piercings and stuff, maybe like long hair, if they're saying it's a safety hazard out there when you're tarping and strapping down your loads, but I'd say that's bullshit. I mean, all the flatbed companies I went and looked at kind of had a similar policy too, so it might be their insurance companies or something. But tongue studs, it even mentioned this tongue studs, and I'm like, I've had that since that was my spring break in high school. I got that. That's been in there ever since. I don't know why that would be a safety hazard, or even, I mean, you're delivering stuff to like construction sites and stuff. You're not dealing with little old ladies in town. And even when I work places like that, they don't even care anymore if you've got piercings or long hair, colored hair, or whatever the hell, tattoos. That's kind of going away, so it's kind of a red flag to me if they've got that. So I switched over to Werner. They said they don't have any policies about that. Plus they let you have pets, so I can come back and get my cat. She's getting pretty old though. I don't know if I'm going to bring her with me or not. She might make it another 5 or 6 years and out there on the road with me, but I don't know if I want to deal. She's a long hair cat, and I don't want to deal with cat hair and kitty litter and cat poop smell out there when I'm driving around. We'll see. That's one of the things I was kind of looking forward to, is having a nice clean truck all the time. It's one of the reasons I want to go TMC, because they're anal about keeping stuff clean. And I know it probably would have been a bigger pain in the ass going with them than it would be going with someone else, but I was going to go for it. I've got my most of my stuff put in storage, so I don't have a lot of stuff. I've just got my TV and my computer left right now. I've got some posters on the wall. There's a few things I gotta still take up there and put in there, and then I gotta fit my Jeep in there still. It's gonna be a tight fit. I thought it'd be a little bigger, getting the 10 by 15, but really the my Jeep, even though it's listed as being about 12 feet, is what it says. I think that's what their average length is. I should have measured it myself, but my spare tire basically bumps up against the wall when I back it in there, and I've got enough room in the front to shut it. So the space I thought I had at the back and the front to put stuff, I don't have. It's really on the side, so I'm trying to cram everything along the side to where I can I'm gonna have to find a way to open my door and get out, because it's gonna be pretty close. I might have to just take the top down and climb out the back when I get in there, and just park it in there forward instead of backing it in. But we'll see how that goes. Probably gonna leave. Today's Friday. They have their graduations on Friday. I'm gonna leave Sunday, I think. Trying to get my buddy I graduated with to go down there with me on Sunday, so we can carpool. If anybody's thinking about doing that instead of taking the bus, they said they'll reimburse you for it, but I was hoping anyway they would reimburse us all the bus ticket price, and then we could make a little money on the way down there, but that doesn't work that way. You gotta have the receipt for the whatever you spend to get down there, and they'll just reimburse that. It'd be nice if they just paid you $80 or something to drive down there, instead of, I mean, we're saving them the bus, so we could all take a bus ticket if we want to and make them waste their money instead of the other way, but we're basically saving them money by doing it that way. But I'd rather drive than take a bus. I mean, that's what I'm going to be getting paid to do from now on, is drive all the time, so I might as well just start right now. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to be doing it every day after that, so I'm going to go home and eat some regular food for one of the last times for the next 2 months probably. After that, it's going to be fast food and truck stop food for about 2 months, and then when I get my when I get my own truck, I'll have I'm definitely gonna get a hot plate and a pan. I need to figure out how to. I know there's places to do your laundry, but I don't know about doing dishes. Find out about. I don't know if you just go do your dishes in the sink in the bathroom. That'd be kind of weird, but I have to figure that part out, so I can wash a pan out, try to eat a little healthier. Definitely if I bring some Rubbermaid stuff, cook a bunch of stuff and then store it so I can just warm it up. And most of the trucks you can have a microwave and a fridge. So I pretty much packed almost all of my clothes that I even would basically want, except for my sweaters, into that bag that I bought. I took about half the shirts out because I don't want to have too much stuff, and I need a little bit more space in there to fit like my stuff I'll need for school and stuff. So basically when I get my own truck, I can take almost all of my clothes with me. I plan on coming back, and even if I don't get my cat, I'm gonna come back and get I'm gonna get my bass guitar and my Boss multi-pedal that I've got for it, and then I'm gonna buy a new laptop so I can start recording music again. Probably get my PlayStation 3 and hook it up to the TV so I can start practicing to Rocksmith again. Especially now that they got Death Clock just came out the other day for one of the downloadable contents. There's a whole bunch of downloadable stuff I haven't got. I kind of stopped playing. And get back into that though. Give me something to do when I'm sitting out there. Now there won't be a whole lot of point to make videos every single day. I don't know if I'll pull out like a GoPro and do like some of those guys do, getting the road shots and everything, but I might do that. I don't know. Sounds like they take a lot of their time editing the videos and doing all that stuff, and I know that even just doing this with my phone isn't too big of a deal. I got a little app on my Galaxy Note Edge here, and I've got it down to where it just takes me the rendering time to set it up now. It's pretty fast, but uploading it takes a little while. I got to be in Wi-Fi to do it, so we'll see about that. There's 5 of us that graduated today. One of them was a first-timer. One of the other first-timers didn't show up. Him and his, I thought it was a brother-sister, but I guess they're a boyfriend and girlfriend. And she didn't get it, so I guess they didn't feel like coming back to class today. Husband and wife yesterday went. They didn't get it, so I guess they didn't come into class today. I was hoping they would get it too, so we could, they might have gone down there. Both of them are going to do team driving, but they might have gone down to Dallas this weekend too. One of the first-timer guy, he's going up to Omaha. He's not going to go down to Dallas, so I won't end up running into him. One of the guys that returned for his after his 30-day wait, he was there when I first started testing, and he just got it today. He was excited. He's going down there. I'll probably run into him for a day or two at orientation before I leave to go on the road. The cute girl that passed last week skipped her speech last week or whatever, and she came this week to do it, so she's going down to Werner. I don't know when she's going to Werner. I should have asked her, but she's gonna end up down there. Kind of feel bad for her. She definitely needs somebody to room up with. She's gonna end up rooming up with some random dude. But unless they've got a girl for her to group up with, I guess, or team up with, maybe they'll get her a girl trainer. Yeah, I guess this is my mastering of Roadmaster. Like I said, I would recommend it if you're in the Tulsa area and you want to go there. I don't know about the other ones. They could definitely use to get their lot fixed. They were graveling up some of the potholes last week, and I didn't see anybody driving over them. You didn't need to, so. But they could definitely. They probably should have just got a new lot and paved it properly the first time instead of just moving there into an old used. It was a rental car lot for the airport, because they tore that thing up pretty quick. Even after we moved some of those maneuvers, they were making new potholes almost the first day we started driving in the new spots. So, bunch of nice people there. I told them for my speech that I just wanted to thank them all, and they were lucky to have such a great student and classmate as me, and I'd be thinking of them when I made some money out there. Every time I made money, I'd think about them. And that was my short speech. Everyone else gave kind of a long speech, but I've never been a big speaker in front of people. That's what I had a problem with my PTI. It's one of the reasons I've been trying to make videos, so I can open up a little more talking. I'm usually the quiet guy that just sits around. Even the director of training there pointed out that I never didn't fly above or below the radar. I just kind of coasted along, and I'm usually the quiet guy. I'm the perfect porridge, I guess. Not too hot, not too cold. Don't really show off too much. I try to watch other people make their mistakes for a while before I go in and make I was always the last person doing stuff. I like to watch other people make their mistakes so that I can learn from theirs before I make them myself. That's why I'm still single and not married, don't have any kids. Still haven't learned how to do that right, so I'm not jumping into that yet. All my money's going into my savings account as soon as I get it. I'm gonna get my school paid off, knock down these credit cards I got, which aren't really that big at all. By the end of the year, if not sooner, I'll have all that gone, and I'll just be going straight into savings anyway. I don't know about the school loan, but I'm gonna pay it off as fast as I can. And then that's more than I've got in my credit cards, so by the end of the year I'll be debt free, and all this will just be going into savings. My bills each month with the savings, or with the storage unit, which is about $130 a month for a 10 by 15 for me to park my Jeep in. I gotta make sure I do everything to make it store properly, but with that, my cell phone bill and my insurance, man, I got almost nothing in bills, man. Less than $500, as long as I don't have to make credit card payments, which I'm gonna still use my credit cards to buy everything. That's just the way I like to do it. I make sure I got money, or get my credit built up. But so once I decide to stop trucking for a little while, I can go buy some toys on credit again, or get loans for them. I'm not gonna buy them straight up, but I'll start saving my money. But yeah, it's time to go eat something. Hopefully relax a little bit. I went and watched the Avengers today before I went up there and did graduation. Age of Ultron. It was good. I liked it. I won't give any spoilers to it. It was good though. Seemed like it was a little too cinematic-y for my taste. I mean, I would have liked it to be more, I don't know what the word for it is. It just seemed like there's a lot of slowing down for those trailer moments, and like, I don't know, there's a lot of cinematic aspects to it that just kind of seemed a little weird to me. It was good though. It seemed like definitely is going to lead into some good stuff going forward. I kind of like watching S.H.I.E.L.D. a little better. I like the way S.H.I.E.L.D. just it keeps you going with the story. I know that with Age of Ultron, that the way it happens and it ends and everything is going to tie into the other stuff, but it just feels like I'm going to be waiting for a long time to see anything come from it, unless S.H.I.E.L.D. takes off with it, and Civil War maybe will come off of it a little bit. But I like having that constant new stuff coming out to look forward to. But video's getting a little too long here, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one off. I got a couple of comic book videos I made of comic books I found that I was going through. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I had some Garbage Pail Kids and some Marvel cards that I had, but there's no really point to show those off. The comic books are nice for me to make a video so I know what I've got. If anybody sees anything in there that's worth more money than I thought they were, that they can point it out to me. I'll probably post those. If not tonight, when I post this video, I'll post them sometime next week while I'm have some downtime during orientation. But yeah, we'll see you guys at Werner, I guess, unless something else happens before then and I go somewhere else. Be heading to Dallas. I'll see y'all later.